All right, as I'm starting to work on making a harness to attach to the car so that my gauges work, these are the two connectors on the engine harness that normally people have to cut off to use so that they can then plug these into the other ends that come through the firewall from the dash. And they use the wires on the back of here to complete the connection and then run some wires to the sensors to make everything work. Well, like I said in a few videos back, I went to a junkyard in Indy a few weeks back, and I found a early '90s F-250 in the junkyard, and they have these same exact connectors in the engine bay. So I cut those off, and that way I don't have to hack up my harness out of the car, because I'd like to be able to sell it if I can once I'm done with all this. So I don't want to hack anything up on it. So I have these, which are identical to these, and I've just got to get the wires lined up to which ones do I need to use, because the colors of the wire won't be the same, but the positions will line up just fine. On the black connector, what I'm looking for is this red with a white stripe and white with a red stripe. And that is these two positions here. So I'm going to pull this weather seal out. I'm going to de-pin all the rest of these and take them out of here because I don't need them. I'm just going to leave these two. And then on the gray connector, which on my 87, I'm looking for this green with yellow stripe and red with light green stripe. Those are the two wires that go to the coil. The green and yellow is the negative, and the red and light green is the positive. So when I line this up to the other end of the connector in my car, these are the two positions that I need to keep. And the colors aren't the same. Well, one of them is. This is a dark green and yellow stripe. It just needs to be moved up to where this gray one's at to match up. And then all the rest of these I'm going to take out of here. And I only need those two on this connector. Okay, so here's my connectors, and here's just the wires that I need. I was able to go through some of my old other connectors I've cut out of vehicles in the junkyard in the past, and I was able to actually find the colors I need. So now I have a red with white stripe and a white with red stripe, and I have the green with yellow and the red with the light green. So these are for my coil, these are for my coolant temperature and oil pressure. So we got a good start. Now, one thing I don't see mentioned very often is when you eliminate your old O2 harness, when you're doing the Hawley swap, you also lose your sensor that plugs into the oil pan for your oil level sensor that would give you a warning light in the car. So this is a white wire, single wire, and I'm tracing it back to this connection here, and it's in this location, which on the other side appears to be a white wire with a light pink stripe. So I'm going to continue to follow that and try to figure out how I can splice into that to keep it working with all the rest of my gauges. All right, I had to take some more of this loom off to be able to make sure I could follow it right, but it eventually led all the way to this gray plug again. So this is the gray plug that has the coil wires on it. So this white plug right here, or white wire on the gray plug, is what will send the signal into the dash for the oil level warning. Well, with the driver's side fender well wiring taken care of now, take my attention to this harness I need to make. So here's this new connector I bought for the coil. Here's the lead for one of those new sensor connectors right there for the coolant temperature. And then here's my wire down here coming off the oil pressure. So I've just got those ran to know kind of where my leads need to splice into. Well, I've just been staring at the engine bay for a while, thinking about how I want to route this harness for my gauges in the dash. And I think since down in here, I already have my cables coming from the starter and the alternator. They go along the front of the engine by the K member and then come up along here and tuck in along the fender well and then go into my wire tuck inside the fender. So since I have one harness or one wire is going to be down there for oil pressure, and then right up above it is the sensor for the temperature, coolant temperature, I think I'm going to have both of these wires connect and go up along here and then meet up with these wires, and then they'll just run along the top there with everything else over and plug in right here. I won't need anything going back that way and over. It will all be basically hidden in with what's already ran along here along the bottom. Now, if you watched my earlier video, you'll know that I routed that white wire inside the loom all the way down to the other end from where it comes out of this connector right here, because at the time I thought I would be connecting it back along the firewall, but I've changed my mind now. I pulled that wire back out to the connector where it comes out, because I'm going to route everything down along the front of the engine. I also have, this is the black connector, and I've got my two leads that go to the oil pressure sensor and the coolant temperature sensor. They go to this black connector. Again, I have an 87, so I'm using two connectors to make all my gauges in the dash work. So these two are already terminated, crimped. They've got wire loom on them individually because they'll be routed to different locations. This just needs to get fed into here and plugged in. I'm waiting for my oil level sensor that plugs into the oil pan. It will attach to this white wire on my gray plug. Got our package from National Parts Depot. I've only found this replacement connector for the oil level in the oil pan is made by Ron Francis, and I went to their website. The connector I think was like $12, but the shipping was $16. So then I found out that they sell these through National Parts Depot, and so the price was the same, but shipping was $12. So I saved $4. But it really sucks when you pay more for shipping than the part that you're buying. So, but we're gonna get this ran down at the bottom of the engine here, figure out how much wire I need, get it hooked up. Not looking forward to it because it's like 20 degrees outside, so this floor is going to be freezing cold. So we're going to do this fast. You can see I've got my coil connector plugged in. I've got my wires loomed. I've put a little clip here that'll snap into this hole that was already there, and just keep it up along. I've got one wire going down and up to the TFI connector. That white wire is spliced in, and then now I have my oil level. I'm going to feed it down now that I've got it loomed, and then get it snapped into the oil pan sensor. And then I've got my other harness with the black connector. Those are my two sensors. I'm going to get this loomed in with my wires right here I just ran, and get one piece of loom around all of those. And then I'm going to put another clip on it and clip it down to one of these holes on the fender frame here. And we'll be good to go. Hopefully everything will work when we get the battery hooked up. All right, finally, finished product. It's all running down. kept it way away from the headers, and it can't float over because it's zip tied and clipped. Everything feeds down into that opening there, and it branches off to each sensor and then up into here for that sensor, and then all the way down along the K-member to the oil pan. Now, okay, well, looking up from the bottom here on the driver's side, I just ran the wire down right next to where all my other sensors are at, and it's coming down right here along the oil pan. I have it draped over across the K-member, and here's the end. I'll get ready to plug it in right there on that sensor, and then figure out where I'm gonna zip tie it and then have my final length that I need. All right, so this black connector will plug in right over here. And then this gray connector, same thing. I just got to do some zip tying now, and this will all be taken care of.